My entitled wife gave away my tent to her friend, which I was selling. Now she has to pay for it out of her own pocket because she didn't want to ask her friend for the money. My wife has a bad habit of giving away or lending out things that don't belong to her. I've lost count of how many times I go to look for something of mine only for her to say she lent it to somebody. She also takes forever to get the item back. She once lent my stuff to a coworker and refused to ask for it back for a month. And I'll never forget the day my usually quiet, reserved son snapped at her for trying to give away his Nintendo Switch. If I wasn't also fed up with her behavior, I would have washed his mouth out with soap. I've had countless talks with her, but she continues to do this. My son and I have resorted to locking up anything we didn't want touched, which is something we shouldn't have to do in our own home. Last week I won a $300 tent in a raffle. I had no plans on using it, so I was selling it. When I found a buyer and went to look for it, I couldn't find it. When I asked my wife, she said she gave it to a friend of ours. I got mad at her and said she had no right to give it away. Her defense was, since I didn't spend money on it and was I planning on using it, it made sense to give it away for free. I told her that wasn't her decision to make, but she just kept repeating herself. I had enough of this and said she was either going to pay me herself or get the money from who she gave it, and if she did not, get law enforcement involved. Since she'd rather die than ask a friend for money, she paid me out of her own pocket. This issue eventually